Hey, friends, I hope you're doing well. I drove up to Indy from Nashville. A little bit of a snowstorm moving in. I think just about everybody's getting it. And came back to about a foot of snow on the ground. And as you could probably tell, it's snowing like hell right now. And when I left Nashville and was seeing the snow and heading north, it reminded me of a tour I did with the Bottle Rockets. I don't know how long ago, 15 years ago, maybe more than that, maybe 20. But it was, we went up north. I called it the Alt Country Cruise, where most bands, you go down to Cancun or Miami and you get on a boat in January and you enjoy the warm weather and all of that, but not alt country, man. You didn't sign up for that when you signed up for alt country. You head up north when it gets nice and freezing cold, driving 25, 30 mile an hour in snowstorms from one city to another to play to small groups of people who absolutely love what you're doing. That's what we signed up for. So every stop along the way, we were joking about the alt country cruise rolls on. And it was fun, man. It's a way to remember. Me and my buddy Todd Fox got in the car. I'm trying to remember where I left from. Maybe I came through from Nashville and picked him up in Indianapolis, and we headed north. But from Indianapolis, we drove, and it was cold. We knew it was cold. It was January, but it wasn't a big deal. But we didn't stop at all until we got to Madison, Wisconsin, and we got there really late at night. And when we stepped out of the car at the hotel, it was like being mugged. That kind of cold that just creeps up around the corner and there's nowhere to hide from it. It just kind of goes right up your shirt, even if your shirt's tucked in, and just kind of paralyzes you. It was like that. We were like, good Lord, what in the hell? And I looked it up and it was 4 below zero. And I realized, okay, this is the way this is going to go down. So whenever I'm driving through snow, I think about that. I had some crazy snow a year or so ago in Sweden. I don't remember when it was. Was it last year when I did the tour in Sweden and everything was beautiful and easy? It was like March and everything was fine, but then I had a snowstorm like the last 3 or 4 days of the tour, and it just everything ground to a halt. I mean, every little thing was extremely difficult. So I was like, I'm in the alt country cruise in Sweden. I had to go from Oslo down to Malmo, over to Stockholm. Maybe there was a stop in between there or something, but there's drives that should have been 5 hours or whatever. And it turns them into 7, 8 or 9 hour drives. And by the time you get there, you have to leave real early. So lack of sleep. The last few days of that tour just kind of killed me. The rest of it was easy. It was all great. But I was thinking of the alt country cruise during that. And I also saw our buddy Tim Easton. If you're out there, Tim, love you, man. Tim is going on the ultimate alt country cruise. He's going up to Alaska in January. He's touring in Alaska in January. I saw that and I'm like, good Lord, man, what in the hell? And I think he's leaving in a week or so. So I don't know if you guys probably remember the stuff you've seen on the channel from Tim. If you're not hip to Tim, man, get hip to him. He's great, and you should go buy something from him. He's going all the way to Alaska. The least you can do is pick up a record from his website or something like that and tell him Otis sent you. Or just get a download from Bandcamp or whatever. I don't know. But he's going up to Alaska. I've never been to Alaska. I've always wanted to go, but I do not want to go in January. That's maybe I would one day, but we'll make it one of the warmer months. And I got out of Nashville just in time. When we first moved to Nashville way back when, we bought our house. Like, we moved in October, and a couple months later, we're watching the news, and the news is talking about there's just a big storm coming in. It's getting really cold. And you'd think the sky was falling, how bad they were, weeping and gnashing of teeth over the storm coming in. And we saw that it was supposed to be 18 degrees, and we're from the Midwest, and Amy and I were just laughing about it. We're like, you believe this? These people are losing their mind over 18 degrees. And we laughed, had a good time with it. And the next morning we woke up and our pipes were frozen. It's 18 degrees and our pipes froze in our house. And that tells you how they build the houses down south where they don't have to worry about that stuff. And I spent hours and hours the next morning in the crawl space underneath the house with a blow dryer, trying to really gently and slowly unthaw the pipes with a blow dryer. And that little dance of not wanting to warm them too much because you might burst them. And I did that. And as soon as it was done, I had to leave for a 2-week tour. So it was kind of like, I have to deal with this because I'm going to be gone and this has to go well. And from that point on, we took it really, really seriously when the pipes, or when it got cold down there. And I got underneath the house and put a bunch of the heating tape that you wrap around the pipes, and then put some insulation. And we had it get down to 0. And it's pretty scary when it freezes at 18. Everything gets close to that, you get worried about. But everything went well from that point on. Knock on wood, best you can. But I don't know. I hope you guys are doing all right. I saw that. Did they shut down the Atlanta airport because of snow? Like snow in Atlanta. I think Dallas got it really hard. I know a lot of you guys watch from Dallas, so you guys all right? There's I remember leaving South by Southwest one year, and my buddy Charles Spivey, who lives in Louisville, love Charles. He's like done more for the arts than probably anybody I know, of like actual people doing it and helping them out directly. He works at WFPK station there in Louisville, and he was there with some of them, and I don't remember whether I was going to fly back or what, but they're like, you want to ride back through Nashville, Otis? We'll just drop you off. And I jumped in the car with them, and there was some kind of a ice storm, and man, it took forever to get out of Texas. And there's no trucks or anything to deal with that stuff. And it was the same way in Nashville. Whenever we'd get a couple inches of snow, the whole city would just kind of shut down because there's no trucks. If it turned to ice or anything, it's going to be on the road until it freezes. You just wait for a sunny day. And usually that came around after not that much time, but I wanted to get out of town before I ended up there for a few days. And man, the fires out west are just terrible, out in LA. We'll see the images of that. I hadn't seen anything, and this morning I kind of got up to speed a little bit. And if you guys are out there, I really hope you're all right. And I don't know what to say about that other than, I definitely feel for the people. And I don't know. Are you snowed in wherever you're at? Are you getting snow? I got a feeling there's a whole lot of people not that far south who's getting a lot more snow than they're used to. I hope you are somewhere warm and getting lots of coffee. I'm starting to get pretty cold, so I'm going to go back inside and drink a little coffee myself. And if you haven't seen the Billy Prine interview I did, it's really, really good stuff. It's one of the high watermarks for the channel, I think. Be sure and watch that. I published it a couple days ago. The comment section is a love fest. A lot of people really, really loving that. And that's a beautiful thing. I had some people join the Patreon and channel members after that. If you guys like that kind of thing, that's how you keep that stuff happening. Those people make it all possible. You might consider joining in there. And I'm going to put up a video right here of Tim Easton. We were talking in Shelby Park in East Nashville on a much warmer day. Why don't you click on this and watch that, and I'll see you guys somewhere down the road. Much love to you.